right, guys. So you've squished the nasty little creature, and the hooded figure has disappeared over the horizon, away from you.
What's more important?
Oh, man, okay.
What's more important? Finding this guy who might be able to help us with this curse,
Okay.
or trying to go after that hooded guy that we kind of recognize from our Night of the Mark.
Well, did anybody make it known that they kind of recognize him?
Well, all of you do, but it's up to any of you if you're
So,
going
but we haven't said it to each other, so I'm going to say I think we should get our butts into town here.
I'm gonna agree, and I'm gonna go sleep in the back of the car.
Right. Ranavan, you've seen Ranavan before like this, but usually it's when he's drunk. He hasn't touched a drop all day, and he is acting drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cart, me, go now.
I disagree, but I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna purse my lips and get the cart rolling.
Okay,
I
so
don't really agree with this.
All right, so basically you're just going to try to move on and leave Ranavan dying in the back.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to be in the back with them because Keo's driving, so maybe I should check and see if... I think all the stuff I picked up was poison, not healing, but I might have some healing stuff with me in my inventory, so maybe I will look, see if I have some herbs that might help with his injury.
That's really funny to me, the fact that Radovan was the guy that was like, hey, don't come near me with any of that herbs and stuff, and Racia is now in the back of the car, hovering over him, going through all these concoctions, looking at him and smiling.
And I am too out of it to notice.
It's like you're aware, but you're aware in that leave me alone type stage, you know. That you're overtired, over drunk. You can't really fend anybody off. You're anybody's right now. Racia could have her way with you, and you're done.
Ooh la la.
So
she's only a half elf, so I might consider it. You know.
You won't be considering anything. You're almost unconscious.
I'm just kidding.
She could be an 8-foot ogre named Bruno, and it isn't going to matter. It's going to happen if they want it.
Bruno.
How you doing?
Hey, boy. Look mighty cute in them robes. So, okay, Racia, how do you wish to attempt to tend to Radovan's wounds in any way? Bear in mind,
I should take a look at them, see if there appears to be anything that I might be able to do from him, and if there is, maybe attempt.
We all know where this leads.
You can certainly try a heal check if you want.
No. Please, no, stop.
This could be interesting.
I'm sorry, brother.
Okay, let me go to the action roll.
Failing you. I was wrong.
All right, a 6. Is that your roll from here? The 16?
Yeah, 16.
Okay, it's clear to you that obviously it's not the wound. He's not suffering from the wounds, but the wound is definitely infected. With the little green oozy stuff coming out of it, you're pretty sure that it's some kind of venom or poison.
So I should have a remedy for that. As I love the poisons, I should know how to unpoison as well.
Well, indeed, but of course, most poisons have to be treated with a very specific antivenom to work well.
Yes.
So
you're going to treat me like some soup kitchen, aren't you? Like some random...
You will be my guinea pig, and I shall experiment.
That's the word I was looking. I'm too drugged to know what I'm talking about.
So,
it's Frankenracia.
Frankenracia.
Dr. Racia Stein.
That's right.
Well, you did make a point of gathering some of the herbs from the herbalist. So,
Nice.
Make another heal check, and if your heal check is good enough, then we'll see if you can at least...
All right, what do we need? What do we need?
You want high numbers.
Well, what's my goal here? I just wanted to have something to cheer for.
Okay, you're going to need an 18 to successfully treat.
Ready?
Do it.
16.
Oh, so close. Okay, well, if you look at the herbs and you know that some of them could be useful, but they're just not in the state that they need to be in. They need preparing. They need getting ready to actually do something, and you don't have that. Now, of course, you do have a ton of unknown tonics and remedies in the back. Maybe they're labeled. Maybe they're not.
How bad is Radovan looking at this point?
Physically, he looks fine. He's a little pale.
I'm almost pale.
It's more the way he's
It's already pale.
he's starting to sweat. He's looking feverish.
Okay. Well, I'm going to converse. Kia, what do you think? He's not looking the best. We could check and see if there's anything in these crates, or do you just want to like get him to town and get him some attention?
I glance around at the crates. How much further do we have?
Well, they said it was 3 days ride.
Right.
You're
And
a good
we're-
day away.
We're 2.5 in.
I think we should just get to town. What if we use it and then the mayor notices and then he doesn't tell us where that cursed, what is his name, that man is? I'm just not sure. I think maybe Radovan can wait it out.
All right, let's get going then. So
Okay.
I'm going to.
So poor Radovan is basically left to his own devices. He lives, he dies. It's all on nature. It's up to nature. It's the fate. Hey, you know what? It's in St. Cuthbert's hands.
I'm going to take an active watch of our surroundings, like looking back, and tell Kia to watch the front, and we'll just get it.
I will
Get it.
be automatically watching the front as I steer this horse, so don't worry.
All
Get
right.
it.
Wow. Okay. Radovan, I hope you've been a good priest and that St. Cuthbert thinks that you're worth saving. That's all I can say.
Me too, man. Me too.
So are you guys just gonna you're just gonna hoof it then? You're just gonna push it through the night and try to get to the town as quickly as you possibly can.
Yes, because there must be some herbalist or maybe the mayor will know.
Alrighty. Anyone want to keep an eye on him in the back, or are you just gonna check him when you get there? He's either alive or he's dead.
I'm watching as well, right? Because I'm facing back.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Well, you guys you kind of travel on throughout the night. You're going across lots of open plains. As morning comes, however, to your right, you can see, and I'll take you guys to see the overview map. Okay, so here's where you guys are. They're right here, everybody. And your destination is right here. There's Saramorn. Around there, you can see there's the cliff that they talked about, which is why you can't actually go, because it would be really, you're actually fairly close to Saramorn, but you can't get to it. You've got to go all the way around and join the main road. But at the rate you're going, you should be there probably by midday.
Let's check on Radovan again, see how he's faring.
Okay, you kind of go over. Who's checking on him?
I will, because Kia's steering.
Okay, so Racia goes over. Come closer. Going over, you're checking on Radovan. He's still. He's not moving at all. It's like he's no longer murmuring like he was. He's like deathly. Suddenly he just leaps up out of nowhere like, ah! all scared, like starts looking around. Holy crap! He doesn't seem too bad all of a sudden. I mean, he stopped sweating. It seems to be that most of this stuff, maybe through the day or through the night's travel, has worked its way out of his system. Radovan, you feel groggy. You feel like your upper body feels stiff, like you slept wrong, like you've got a crook neck right from the source of where the bite was. But whatever the venom was, it obviously wasn't anything too lethal and too bad. It's working its way out of your system. You just kind of feel like you just had a really, you know how you do most mornings. You wake up, Radovan he's got a hangover, he's feeling rough, he knows he did it too hard. That's kind of how you feel this morning. It's just you don't have the gratification to know you drunk a whole bunch the night before.
All right.
Instead of being very surprised by his scream, I look back at him and nod and calmly say, "Yes, the toxins are leaving him. I knew it would be okay."
In my expert sorceress opinion,
I look at Reza and say, "What are you doing? Get away from me, please."
Watching over your dumbass.
it's like hovering over you like some kind of vampire at night.
You
Whoa.
Some mother.
You
Worried
can watch
mother.
me from a distance, please. Just no.
I kind of turn my head back. Ooh la la.
Yeah.
I'm going to
They're getting
go
busy.
sit up front with Kia and mumble, "Stupid humans."
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You
Um,
don't need to tell me that.
Well, by the time you get to the main road and start heading down towards Saramorn, as I said, it's kind of mid-afternoon, and you guys have been up. Once again, you've been up a good bit, so everybody's feeling pretty tired at this point. You rode out throughout the entire night. The large township of Saramorn sits upon the bluff of a large, rough range of hills. Saramorn was once a fortress many hundreds of years past, and was built on the hill as a defensive structure to defend the area during the Orc Wars. Today, only the keep itself still stands, but the town has been built up around it. Below the rough cliffs of the outskirts of Saramorn are some smaller hills and some woodland. Above it, some crags, and a much more kind of sheer hill cliff range, making it only possible to reach Saramorn from the northwest, which is the direction you guys are coming from, or the east. As you approach, the town has a wooden wall built around it, offering some basic defenses, but they haven't been needed or tested in many a decade. As you approach the northern gates, you see 4 men-at-arms watching people as they pass in and out, briefly stopping them, momentarily engaging them in conversation, before ushering them on their way as they enter the town.
Alright.
Okay,
So are we
so
pulling up to these guards?
you're approaching them, yeah, unless you guys want to stop and hold back and talk about it.
Nope.
I don't.
I'm just gonna go approach them.
Okay, you trundle up with the cart. As soon as you get there, one of the guards takes a few steps forwards. Hello there.
Hi.
Might I ask what you're bringing into Saramorn? And the
We have a
reason for
delivery
your
for
visit?
Ashland, Maine.
Alleged man, thank you for the follow. Ashland, Maine? What do you want with that crackpot?
We have a
Isn't he
delivery.
the mayor of your town?
No, Ashland, if you're talking about who I think you are, he said, that's the loopy old wizard that lives here. If you're looking for the mayor,
Aren't we looking for the mayor, Raisa, to deliver
Yeah, the
these
mayor,
goods?
Ashland, Maine. That's the name we were given.
no, he said, well, Ashland, Maine is the, as I said, Ashland, Maine is the local wizard that lives here. Not the
Raisa,
mayor.
you're getting it confused.
He's not the
Ashland,
mayor.
Maine is the wizard. The mayor's the mayor.
Hey, what's going on up there? Let's go. Come on. It's a holdup.
I kind of nudge Raisa, like, let me handle this.
He says, you seem a bit confused. He said, what exactly are you bringing into the town? What's on the back of the cart there?
I'm sorry, sir. My friend here has just woken up from a long nap. She is referring to the mayor of Saramor. We are delivering these herbs to him.
Herbs? He said, wait a minute, you're not talking about the tonic shipment.
I might be.
Well, you are or you're not. He said, maybe we should investigate to see exactly what you've got going on here. As he kind of beckons to 2 of the other guards, and they kind of come wandering over. He says,
Go ahead. We have nothing to hide, sir.
He says, don't mind us. Okay, Radovan, 2 guards kind of come walking around and kind of look at you as much to say, can we have your approval to examine your merchandise? They're like,
What's the problem? What's the problem, sir?
Officer.
what's the problem, officer?
Don't say officer.
Do you have any idea how fast you are going, son? No. Basically, he says, the problem is you don't seem to know who you're coming to see, and you're not entirely sure what it is you're carrying. Just seems a little suspicious, that's all. Not saying you're doing anything wrong, but our boss here seems to think that we need to investigate your merchandise just to make sure you're not bringing anything in that's, unnatural.
Look, we're bringing in products. We're bringing in gold. It looks like you guys could use some of it. Let us buy, please.
He said, you wouldn't be trying to bribe me, would you, sir?
No, I'm talking about your local tavern, which probably has a whiskey that I'm really in the mood for at this point in time. I've had a hell of a night, and I just want to get somewhere to rest.
He says, well, the quicker you let us check what's in these crates, once we're satisfied that there's nothing iffy, the quicker we'll let you get to the local tavern.
Well, it's clearly not weapons, sir. Come on.
He says, I understand it's not weapons, but because the more you seem to resist us taking a look, the more suspicious we're getting. Now, I'm going to have to ask you to step down from the cart, please, sir.
I do this. I follow his order. And then I throw up my arms in surrender and say, go ahead. We got nothing to hide.
Okay. The two guards that are standing there with their long spears are just kind of holding them at arm's length, not like point first, like they're threatening you, but in a, let's just establish a little bit of a perimeter here, while one of the others climbs up on back of the carts. He gets to the first crates. Of course, you guys hope that you're carrying what the guy told you is carrying, because none of you have ever checked this stuff.
That's actually really true.
Okay, he prizes the top off, and he's like, what have we got here? And turns around and looks at you. And he pulls out what looks like about 25 keys of cocaine. No, basically, what he does is he kind of holds up what looks like a bottle, a vial. And he says, you are carrying the tonic shipment. Well, why didn't you say so? At this point, the captain of the guard says, the tonic shipment, yes, we'll happily give you directions to the mayor. He said, right, stalwarts, and he points at one of the two guards. Go with these good people and make sure they find the mayor post-haste and that they're not harassed. And he says, certainly, sir. And he comes running around and attempts to climb up on the front of the cart, right next to Kia.
Hello, sir.
Okay, if you're not stopping, he kind of plops down next to you holding his spear, and he looks at you and smiles.
Turn, act normal, and huzzah, get the horse going.
You try to act normal.
Yeah. But I'm just very, very awkward when I'm
right.
one-on-one with people.
Kia doesn't like strangers.
I don't.
So basically, they let you enter the town. Here is Saramorn. So you're coming in up here, guys. You're coming in through the northern gates.
I don't see anything.
You don't, because I haven't given it to you guys yet. Aha!
Gotcha.
I've given it to the viewers. I'm showing them first.
I see. Okay.
So once you enter the town, the first thing you notice is there's some old stone ruins dotted around. Sitting in the very center of the town, you can see what looks like a huge old stone keep. All the other buildings are made of wood and seem to have kind of come up in much more recent years. So it was like this was once the ruins of a fort. Whatever happened to it, it got in serious ill repair. So people have gone ahead and actually built a town up around the ruins of that particular instance. And it's got some historic nature to some of these people. So once you're here at the town, the guard that's on the front is escorting you straight down Main Street. You pass what looks like a large inn to your left, which is prominently displaying the proud sign of the Hillcrest Inn. You head down past what looks like a marketplace over here on your right, and you arrive directly out front of this huge, big stone keep here. The second you arrive, the guard leaps down and he says, "Here you are." He said, "You'll find the mayor inside." And might I say, I'm awfully glad that you guys have made it here. He said, "None too soon, might I add."
Is everything okay? I ask him before he leaves us.
Oh, it is now. Well, I don't want to delay you. He said, plus, I've got to get back to the gate. He said, boss can be pretty grouchy if I take too long. He said, and if I hurry now, I can nip in the pub and have a quick pint before I get back on duty.
Thank you, guard.
And he hops
Rest
off
well.
and scarpers off up the road as well as he can.
A pint, eh?
Okay. The Stone Keep is the only original yet fully intact building in this town. Solid stone walls with castle-like shutters for windows tell the tale that this was once used what was once used to being in a very different surrounding. It's a large building, far bigger than anything else in town, and it serves multiple purposes. Several armed militia, similar to the guards, can be seen walking in and out of the building itself, mulling around. They kind of look at you curiously as you approach. Several of them seem to be glancing at Radovan and almost nodding, like, almost as if you may possibly have some kind of status here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Get the royal treatment.
Roll my eyes.
I turn to the two and say, "Who wants to talk to the mayor?" Kind of expecting their answer, but asking anyway, just because gotta alleviate some of the hostilities and tension of the previous night, you know?
Not me.
I think back to my encounter with that old man that can't hear anything. I'm like, you got this one. You got this one, Radovan.
Clearly the diplomat, Radovan.
Yep. All right. I heft my shield in my shield arm, and I guess hold the Morning Star in a lax fashion, and I proceed to enter the keep to see the mayor.
All right, you girls going in with him?
Yes, I'm gonna follow behind him.
In the shadows, yes.
All right.
Not in the shadows for me.
Oh no.
Okay, you guys all wander in. Whoop, and we don't do that. Turn it all blue. Okay, there we go. So once you go inside, the inside is plain and simple, a large main hall with a few desks scattered around and 2 doors at either side. At the room's far end, some old double doors sit firmly shut with 2 guards standing with pikes either side of them.
Who? Okay. I walk into the room, waiting for someone to stop me, essentially, or address me.
Okay. Well, the person in the center of the room just seems to be a villager or a townsfolk just here for some kind of business. There's a couple of clerks sitting at the desks either side. They're basically knee deep in paperwork, not paying any attention to you guys whatsoever.
Okay. Pass by them all. Go right to the 2 guards.
Okay. As soon as you get to the 2 guards at the front of the gate, however, or the entrance, they both immediately kind of move in to bar your way. Crossing their picks or their pikes directly across the door, one of them looks at you and says, do you have an appointment?
Yes, my name is Radovan Rainier. I am here with Kia and Risa, my 2 friends. We are here to see the mayor. We have a shipment of goods that was delivered from whatever that town to the south of us was. Do you guys remember? I turned to my 2 friends to ask them if they remember the name. Because I surely don't.
I just step in. It's the tonic shipment.
Okay, as soon as the mention of the tonic shipment, they're like, oh, awfully sorry. Sorry to detain you. Yes, very important information. Thank you. By all means, go inside.
Thank you.
The doors open up for you. All right, so they push the doors in. Inside that room, as soon as you kind of get in there, this burly-looking armored guy comes and intercepts you, stands directly between you and the mayor's desk. The mayor's office is large indeed. To the right side, a circular table and the left side, a circular table and a set of 4 chairs can be seen. Past them is a harpsichord. The rest of the room is adorned by a large elaborate rug in the center, which sits in front of a huge, well-carved desk, covered in clutter. The mayor sits behind the desk wearing red robes of office and a big, pompous hat with a huge feather on it. He stands as you enter the room, almost in greeting, but the well-armored man with the purple flowing cloak walks briskly to intercept you. As he stands in front of you, he puts out one hand and says, "State your business."
How many levels of security does this place need?
Hey, it's the mayor, right?
Of this place? Come on. We're here with the tonic shipments. I say this very loudly and very clearly.
Okay, as soon as you say that, the mayor immediately kind of waves his arms like, no. He said, they're fine. Move aside. And the guy kind of gets out of your way. I'm the mayor of Saramorn. Augusto Treoki is my name. What can I do for you? Oh, yes, the tonic shipment. As he's talking, his eyes wander to Radovan's belt. And he seems to be eyeballing the symbol of St. Cuthbert hanging from Radovan's breeches. At that point, he kind of breaks into an awkward smile. Oh, a priest of St. Cuthbert, from out of town, no less. I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance. I trust you're here also visiting Father Davion?
Father who?
Father Davion, the local priest of St. Cuthbert, here at our church.
Oh, okay. Sure. Now I am.
Oh,
I guess
but you brought our tonic. You brought the tonic with you. Oh, no. Please. Let's not waste our time here in formality. Come with me to my private chambers. We can talk more comfortably there. I can welcome you to Saramore more amicably, in much less formal surroundings. At this point, he kind of goes over to this side door here and wanders in through the door, eagerly beckoning you in, like, come, please, come on, we're all friends here.
Oh, God. All right. I follow.
I'm gonna follow. I don't know if I was invited, but I'm following anyway.
Oh, you're all invited.
Okay.
Okay, this room is somewhat smaller than the room you were just in, but no less impressive. Another ornate table and chair sits to the left of the room. There's shelves and a desk to the right. A huge, massive brown bearskin rug is like directly in front of a warm, already lit fireplace where two chairs hover welcomingly before you. There's a large chest in the far corner of the room. And in the opposite corner, a table with decanters and glasses, hinting at the possibility of some liquid hospitality. Please, if two of you would kindly grab chairs from the table and bring them to the hearth, we can make ourselves comfortable. Would you like a drink?
What do you got?
Yes.
Wine or brandy, perhaps? As he kind of hustles his way over to the drinks table as quickly as he can, and almost nervously is fumbling with the glasses. What can I get you?
I turn to.
Ladies first, of course.
Yeah, I turn to them.
I quickly walk over to one of the chairs that's near the fireplace and sit down instead of helping by getting a chair, and I just say, just some water, please.
Alrighty. Water? Oh, absolutely. As he kind of shrugs his shoulders, puts one of the decanters down, picks up another, and just fills a glass. He hurriedly brings it over to you and hands it to you. His hand is almost shaking and quivering just a fraction.
I'm going to say just, I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, are you sure?
Yes.
You can have water also.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, sir, about a friend of yours, or we were told a friend of yours, by the name of Ashland Maine.
Oh, Ashland Maine. Well, not really a friend of mine, but he lives here in town, yes. Quite an odd fellow, really.
We were told that you might be able to get us an audience with him, and we wish to speak with him.
Well, I'll certainly do anything I can to facilitate this meeting. What about you?
I'll have the brandy, please.
Oh, good choice. I think I'll have one too.
I look at Raisa a little disappointed at her conduct. Straight to the point. I'm trying to finagle the situation before I was offered my drink.
You just want to get your drink on. We know how you are.
It's a free drink, man, and I have a hell of a headache from last night.
Okay. Well, he pours you a very large glass of brandy, and then almost as an afterthought, he pours himself a small one, then shrugs his shoulders and fills it up as much as he has yours. Kind of still almost quivering slightly, with his hand kind of shaking like this. He downs it, and some of it spills down his lips. He's like, "Oh, clumsy me." So, the tonic, where is it?
It's in the cart outside.
You didn't just leave it in the street, did you?
Oh, I saw plenty of guards. I figured it'd be fine.
Oh, okay. As long as there's guards outside, then some of these people around here cannot be
His
trusted.
side glance to Race, yeah. Oops.
Oh, there you go. He says, but anyway, yes, so did you have any trouble getting here? You know you're late. We was expecting the shipment days ago. And things are, not particularly well right now. People have had to go a little bit too...
few people. They're quite debonair.
Quite debonair? What, like nobles? Pleasant people, I trust?
Bandits.
Oh, well, I wouldn't describe bandits as debonair. Usually most bandits I've ever seen are scruffy urchins covered in
Yes,
dirt.
Mayor, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry. My nerves are not what they should be, We've gone an
What's
awful...
going on in this town?
Well, they didn't tell you, they didn't warn you before you came through the gates.
Absolutely not.
Well, you understand the tonic that you brought. You know what it's for, right? To cure everybody, or to at least fight off the malady. I mean, there is no cure for the malady, but it does stop everybody falling into some strange sickness. And we've had several people die from it. You know, it's a terrible thing. They should have probably
Excuse
warned you.
me?
Well, yes, there's like a strange illness going through the town here, and this tonic.
Kind of strange.
Well, it's strange because nobody really knows how and why, and it only seems to affect people here in the town. So you guys will probably be fine. I hope.
Probably.
No guard
I
warned
hope.
us of this as we went in. In fact, they did the opposite and searched our carts.
Oh, well, you have to understand, they too are in need of the tonic. They're probably very flustered, much like everybody else here. You see, this shipment, it comes into us once a month. We distribute it to everybody, and it fights off the symptoms. Without it, people get very lethargic, they break into the sweats, and eventually we've seen it. Several of them have died. It's quite a horrific thing, really. He said, unfortunately, we've yet to find anybody that knows how to make a cure. I've approached Ashland, Maine myself on numerous times, and he doesn't seem to want to give me any information. All he said is, I'm working on it, and quite honestly, I don't think he is. I don't think he cares one way or the other what happens to us. He stays there up in his tower, layering down on us all like ants. Thinks he's so
Very
pompous.
strange.
Well, I think
It only affects people in this town.
Well, it seems to. I mean, we've had other people leave and come back that are not affected, but it does seem to affect everybody here.
I'm going to take the glass of water out of Kia's hand and just kind of put it on the table away from her.
I look at this action and nod, but still drink my brandy.
I mean, even our good priests of St. Cuthbert here at the church seem to be powerless to help with this. I mean,
we need to see this mage on personal business of our own, so perhaps we can try to get some answers from him while we're also getting helped ourselves?
He says, well, I totally understand, and I think that's something you definitely should do. Unfortunately, he will not be back until tomorrow. He left town, said he would return on the morrow.
Where did he say he was? Do you know where he was going?
Well, no, he's a mage. I don't question the comings of goings of such folk. It's not wise.
I look at Kia and nod
They
knowingly.
smirk.
Like, mage. Yeah. All right.
Except not mage.
But by all means, he said, please, if you've brought the tonic here, the least I can do is, he said, hold on. He goes over to the table and starts scrawling on a piece of paper. He gets a big pile of wax and a seal, holds a candle over it, stamps it, and puts a seal on the piece of paper, and then kind of comes over with his shaking hand and hands it to you, Radovan. He said, this is a letter of marque. He said, it'll take care of any expenses that you have at the local inn. He said, just show this to the innkeeper, and he'll provide you with rooms and food and board and lodgings and all those sort of things. And maybe you can stay here in our town, enjoy our hospitality, and when the mage returns tomorrow, then by all means try to have your audience with him then. Now, if you don't mind, can we get to the tonic now, please? Please? As he keeps glancing at the door.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
he says, okay, well, good. Come on, friends. Come along. As he kind of ushers you out the door, like he's shooing you out of his office. Like he wants to leave, but he's not leaving you in here.
All right. I'm going to follow.
Okay.
Can I be left alone, or is he making sure that
No, he's standing behind you all, and he's ushering you out. There's no way he's leaving you in this room.
Dang.
I want to go back in this room.
Okay, he kind of leaves out behind you and locks the door behind him, putting the key down inside his shirt as he escorts you out into the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back outside on the streets of Sorrowmorn. Once you go outside, the guards have formed like a perimeter around the cart, and you can see at least 24 anxious peasants all like jittering and standing there. Some of them are sweating. There's like a woman holding a small child, probably no more than 3 or 4, who seems to barely be conscious. And she's just kind of rocking him. It's okay, Timmy. The tonic's here now. It's all going to be okay.
I look at Kia and Reza and, you know, give them a "we need to talk" kind of look. As I then, the mayor followed us out, right?
Yes.
I then I point to the cart with the tonics and say, "There you go, distribute it as you will, but I wash my hands of it."
He says, well, very well. Father Davion will distribute it at the ceremony this evening, which, of course, I'm sure you'll be part of. You'll be there, of course, won't you?
Ceremony?
What is your name, sir?
My name is Radovan Rainier.
Excellent. Radovan. Priest, because I'm very, very glad to meet your acquaintance. Another priest of St. Cuthbert comes in very handy. That would put us at 3. I hope you're here to stay for a while. And you, my dear ladies, what would your name be?
My name is Kieliana. Nice to meet you, Mayor.
This is very, 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 very pleasant, very pleasant. And you, my dear?
And I'm Risa.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Well, by all means, I'm sure you're tired and you're dirty. Well, yes, you kind of are dirty. You should all go to the inn and refresh yourselves. Take respite, get yourselves fed, rest up, and maybe once this, a few hours time, Father Davion will distribute the tonics in the rooms. So yes, we'll see you then. If you're looking for the church, if you head up the town here, all the way till you get to the crossroads right before the gate, and take a left, you can't miss it. The Church of St. Cuthbert is there.
Thank you.
He says, well, thank you. Please, if there's anything I can do. And at that point, he turns to address his minions, his people. He says, don't worry. I have seen to it that the tonic is here. We will take care of you all this evening. So just make sure that let's not have any rioting. Let's everybody stay calm. It's only a few hours. We'll have it taken care of. Women and children first, as usual. And there's definitely a feel in this town of real unrest. Like everybody is like, it's almost like the whole town is full of people that are going through the DTs.
Wow.
But it seems more of an actual sickness than any kind of, drug abuse.
All I'm feeling right now is I really want to get out of this town immediately.
I don't understand. Saramorn is such a beautiful place. But anyway, I mean, you know where the inn is, and Radovan, he's giving you instructions to where you can find the Church of St. Cuthbert.
I say we go to the tavern first, guys. Discuss what we've witnessed and what we've heard, and come up with a game plan so we don't fall victim to this malady since we have our own to deal with.
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
You guys are like a walking collection of bad
Yes.
things right now.
Yes.
Yes,
mean,
we are.
Risa, I noticed you didn't drink the water and you took Kia's away. From now on, give all the water you want to drink if you're thirsty to me, and I'll purify it. Because after you took all those poisons, that's the one thing I wanted to study up on and be prepared for. No offense.
So you're actually good for something. That's
I'm good for a
nice.
lot of things. Thank you very much. But yes, let's go to the tavern, guys.